don't know me, I'm Flo I'm the General Counsel of Sutter Health, and for the last 6 years, it's been my pleasure, for the most part, to have Kris in my department working as a member of not only the people that you see in this room, but we have on the phone my team from San Francisco, from Gateway Oaks, and from Modesto. So there are many people listening to this who are not here in the room today. So,
check and see if they can hear you overhead.
Can you folks hear us overhead? Are we having technical difficulties? It's a little difficult because I know I've asked you to mute. Welcome to Sutter Technology. San Francisco, can somebody come off mute and let me know if you can hear us?
We can hear fine.
Then I think we're good to go. So, we have a lot of new members in the department, Kris, who don't know what the Tigger Award really is. So I'm going to keep my remarks uncharacteristically brief, but I do want to share with the group what the Tigger Award is all about. It has been given only one time before in this department to Michelle Cordy in the back of the room, and it is an award that I decide upon myself who gets it. I select the criteria. I don't consult anyone. There's no voting mechanism. It's something that I decide upon based on what I feel in my heart and in my gut about how someone has lived their life, how they've contributed to Sutter, and how they've touched the lives and hearts of people with whom they've worked. There are characteristics of a Tigger. I mean, come on, let's take a look at Tigger here. Kris has her Tigger because I gave her Tigger about 6 weeks ago, but I mean, doesn't this guy just scream out at you positivity, being upbeat, being happy, being grateful, being humble, being a team player, being courageous. Courageous in the face of some type of adversity, whatever that may be, whether it's a health challenge or a family challenge, but the adversity cannot simply be working for me. It has to be something much greater. And these attributes have to be exhibited over a long period of time. And the individual who receives this award has to not only make a substantial and long-standing contribution to our organization and to the patients that we serve, but as I said at the outset, has to have an enduring and a positive and an indelible mark on the people whose lives they touch. And the first award recipient was Michelle Cordy, who received this award about 18 months ago. And the second award recipient today is Kris Kraus. It's not an annual award. It's an award, as I said, that I feel in my gut when somebody has made a magnificent contribution to this organization. There are a number of people who would like to say a few words about Kris today. We actually have this room until noon. We have cake and cookies and things set up behind that row of people over there, so we're hoping that after people have had an opportunity to talk today, that you will all stay and visit with Kris for a little bit. I'm going to tell you one short story about Kris, and then I'm really going to let people talk more about Kris, because so many people have known you for a lot longer than I have. But I do want to tell you what caused me to come to know who Kris Kraus was instantaneously. I had not been the general counsel of this organization for longer than probably 6 months. You won't remember this, but I do. Kris came into my office. It was employee evaluation time. And you know we're all busy. We've got stuff we got to do and work we have to produce, and employee evaluations are not necessarily at the top of people's lists to get done in a timely way. I was the new general counsel. I was new enough that most people were still a little bit afraid of me, but not this one. Kris came into my office and just told me straight up that employee evaluations were a matter of respect to our employees. And they were valuable. It was how we communicated to employees their value to the organization, how they were doing. They deserved to have them in a timely way, and I needed to get off the dime and do my own evaluations and be sure that my team did them in a timely way. That told me instantaneously who Kris Kraus was as an individual. And I know you're going to hear stories from many people today about things that Kris has started that many of us get credit for, but things that she has started and put in place that really defined who Sutter Health is as an organization and why it is such a fabulous place to work. So, I'm going to stop talking for a minute. I'm going to start. I'm going to come back and talk to you at the end, but I'm going to turn it over to Pam, and then we're going to open it up to